Hey, I'm doing my second video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers 2007 movie Deluxe Class Target Exclusive G1 Colors Jazz. Or, as he's called, Autobot Jazz, because Hasbro doesn't have the license rights to call him just Jazz, so they have to package him as Autobot Jazz. Anyway, here is Jazz and his Pontiac mode as he was in the movie, except this version is, of course, the G1 colors repaint, so he's not gray, he's white in his G1 colors. It looks pretty nice. Do have some, hold on one second. I do have some paint splotches throughout him, like there's this weird red mark right there, and on the, right there, there's some like blue, some white scuff marks, and the floor is scratched right there, which, yeah, it's kind of, yeah, and also there's like some red missing right there. Closely right through the windshield, you can see that there are some molded seats, and there's a, hold on, I'm not sure if you can see that, but there is also a hint of a dashboard in there as well. And for comparison, here he is with Age of Extinction Galvatron. As you can see, he is about the same length as Galvatron. And just because this is what reminds me so much of, hold on one second. Here he is with this Dodge car, this die-cast Dodge car with similar paint apps, as you can see. Not quite similar, because there's not four right there, but it just reminded me so much of it, so I had to compare it. This weapon right here, which is the same thing the original Jazz comes with. It's this gun right here, which can convert to a sword. What you do is that you grab this, pull it out, like so, and then you have this sword, which I don't bother using. This can store onto the vehicle on Jazz. On Jazz, there's these notches right there that this slides into. Let me just do that real quick. You just, and there you have his weapon storage. I don't do that because it looks silly. Even more so with that going on. Let me remove this. Hold on one second. It's a little hard to remove. Let me do this off camera. Okay, I got it off. So now we're going to transform him. So, one sec. The first thing you want to do is that you want to grab the back of the car and you lift it up like so. License plate, spoiler, bring it up like this. Hold this right there. Pull the legs and do this, and hold on one sec, I don't think. There's a little peg right there, and there's a hole right there, so you tab that in there, but on mine it doesn't really do that well. It doesn't tab in that well, like you can see, like when it doesn't really go on there, so it kind of blows. Lift the legs down, and the legs, you rotate them forward so the silver section is facing right there. Fold the feet out like so. And I'm not sure what you're supposed to do with these pieces. I think you're supposed to like rotate them so they're like that. Fold out this heel spur, which is not easy to do. Got it out. Do the same thing on this side. Let me let's just fold this out. I fold the heel out, I meant the foot out with it. Just get that, then you get everything properly lined up. And let me raise the camera. Then the next step you want to do is that you want to split these apart, but what I like to do is like to try to fold this up so that I can create these, it can like separate itself, as you can see. Yeah, what I meant by that right there, and just hold these up like so, and flip the hands out. Then for the arms, you just hold this like so, and you lift it like that. Then rotate the arms like this, and then you fold the panels in like so. And do the same thing on this side. But hold on. Just do that. Sorry for the silence, guys. I'm just sorry. Just do that like so. Move this right here. There we go. Hold on. There we go. Sorry, I had to do that off camera. Then the final step you want to do is that you want to you want to push this down, and this is where the automorph occurs. His head will start to lift up, and then when you click it, these pieces fold in. And there you have the 2007 Transformers movie Deluxe Class Target exclusive G1 Colors Autobot Jazz in his robot mode. Here's a close-up on Jazz's head, which looks pretty nice. It looks movie accurate. He's got the visor and some pretty good light piping, as you can see. Like, there it is. That is pretty wicked right there. It does have pretty nice sculpted details throughout him. And I forgot to point this out in car mode, but they sculpted the mesh right there. As you can see, it reflects. And it looks pretty nice throughout him. There's his back, which, yeah, it kind of doesn't even look good. And hold on, one thing I want to see is that I want to see if you can store the gun right there into these back area. Let me, yeah, and you can do that. So if you want to not use the gun, you can peg it into the back. Speaking of the gun, the way you can hold it is that you fold this panel out. Not sure if you're supposed to hold the hand in. Then there's the post that's right there and pegs into there. So you just pour that in, and there you have his blaster, which looks pretty nice. It looks, oh, you can't even see it. Looks pretty, hold on. Sorry, my camera went out of focus. And it looks pretty nice. You can still elongate it. Hold on. That looks pretty nice, though. It does have a shield that I don't bother using, but I will show anyway. What you do for the shield is that you grab this part right here and just you yank it off like this. And one thing I forgot to mention with this part is that they actually sculpted the gas cap on both sides of the car. Yep. And let me go over to the front, and you take this piece and just, there's a post there, and there's like a hole in the wheel, so just put that in there like that. Now he's got a shield, which I don't bother using. Hold on, it came out. Let me do this on camera. Okay, there I go. I got it. Got on there. As you can see, I don't really use it because it only covers up his face. I just don't really like it all that much. And one thing I did want to see, though, is that I want to see if this would work. Like, just like if I can create like a G1 style Jazz. Like, have like an arm cannon on his, a shoulder cannon, and it, hey, it kind of works. Kind of works, although it's very loose, but if you want to have that going, you can do it. The articulation is pretty good. His head's on a ball joint, can do 360, look up and down. Shoulders 360, move outward, downward. Can even do this, do the transformation, bend that far in, not much out. And he has no torso articulation unless you count this as an ab crunch, but no, you don't. Legs kick forward, they can move back. Legs move out that much. Does also rotate at the knee, do the transformation, bends that far in. The knee can even go both ways for some reason. And the feet can move up and down, like so. For a comparison, there he is with Age of Extinction Galvatron. As you can see, Galvatron stands a lot taller than the Jazz mold. And here he is with the last night's Scorn. As you can see, Scorn is way taller than Jazz. So yeah, this is a pretty good figure. I do recommend going on eBay to get them. Although if you do want to get the more movie accurate paint scheme, I would recommend getting the premium one because the regular one is kind of dull, but that's probably going to be the one I get because the premium one is a little bit expensive. But either way, I do recommend this G1 color Jazz, and that's all for today. Goodbye.